Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Pandora First Contact. As you watched the last episode, you saw that we ended with a strange message that an old ruin had been activated, which appeared to do nothing of significance, but shot out a signal into space, of which nothing seems to be responding. So that's very interesting, and it is a sign of things to come, and as a result, I'm going to focus on building up the strength of my armies. You can see that I have a group of cataphracts here guarding our capital city of Byzantium. Before we start playing, I want to quickly say thank you to Sheldrake Actual, who taught me the correct way to pronounce this unit here, which I was previously incorrectly pronouncing as toxophyllite, but it's actually toxophyllite. So thank you so much for that. Now I'm doing it right. While I'm here, I might as well... Let's give the aircraft the pulse laser, the Zordium armor, and... well, the benefit of the aircraft is that it moves really fast and has a long range, so on the whole it will be attacking a lot more than it will be defending, so the assault tactics tweaker sounds like the way to go with that. Okay, we're asked to choose production, and that was actually Adrianople I was looking at, not Byzantium, so... or was it? I'm not sure what I was doing. Anyway. Nicaea. Nicaea has the Wendo apartments and the pollution processor, so the people are happy, which is fantastic. However, we are losing credits and minerals. That's okay. People are happy, which means I can charge them more. Okay. Positive or negative morale increases or decreases the resource, output, and growth rate of your population. So actually, I want... 1 happiness is good. I'll take that. And I gotta figure out what to produce. Well, let's go with some toxophyllates. Because again, money is important here. So I don't want to go ahead and produce the most expensive units right off the bat. Noxium and I are at peace. However, they are preparing what looks like some kind of threat against me. Why else would they have their troops just standing next to my lands? It's very far from their own lands. Byzantium. Okay, this is our largest production center, and it's at pretty much even morale, so I can't really raise the taxes here any. We do have the Wendo and the pollution processor, so there's not much we could build here. However, we have some projects. And since this has the strongest production base of all of my cities, even though it's the best one to build units, it's also the best one to quickly build some things that I need. So, advanced city planning seems like a good thing to do. It gives +2 habitat to all cities, which will improve the happiness and the growth of all cities. That seems like a plan. The next thing that seems really good is guerrilla warfare. It gives my infantry troops a bit of a bonus in forests and mountains, which are, well, readily available, and I can always plant more if I need to. Again, I see no use in remote autonomous harvesting. The planetary market will be good, but it's not absolutely essential, and because all the nations are on one large continent, naval transportation is not really essential. For me, anyway. Let's just leave advanced city planning and see what happens over the next 4 turns. Okay. Cataphract, yes, you have no commands. I am going to have you stay here, simply because things might get a little dicey in the next few turns, and I want to be prepared for that. As you can see here, I'm building a road to connect my far-flung outpost of Sardis, which contains my only gold vein, with the rest of my empire. So we're going to build a road here. And we've got a cataphract here, which we are going to... okay, so we have Noxium... or no, I'm sorry, we have the science people here, and we have Terrasolvum, our allies, here. So let's guard the gold. Okay. Finally, I just want to go to diplomacy, Terrasalve them. They are generous with everyone, but they only have an alliance with me, although they do have a non-aggression and open borders with Togra and Noxium. That's what it is. It's Togra. We have a research and a trading pact with them, as we do with Togra, and a trading pact with Noxium. No research. We're getting good research from both of them, though. Not as much. The trading pact from Togra isn't doing much for us in terms of money, though. They are getting a little bit of money from us. I don't think it's a zero-sum thing, though. I think that it's just added money. Offers open borders. No. Sorry, Noxium, but when the war does start, you're the ones I'm going to be warring against. So Argentarius is now at 7. Rothschild's at 6. 14, 12, and 13. 4. Nicaea's good at 11. Thessalonica's at 8. 3. So we're definitely still behind the 8 ball, and I'm not entirely sure if we're ever going to really catch up. Let's see. Alright, we have some cataphracts here, and I would upgrade them if I could, but I don't have any money, so there you go. We're just going to hang out. I want to, once again, remind you all watching that it is quite possible that we will lose this campaign. I'm still considering the viability of another city here to claim this observatory, and also to kind of tie Thessalonica and Sardis together. But if you recall, the more cities that you have, the slower they all grow, and in order to produce units and buildings quickly, you need a large city. That doesn't seem to be a problem for these guys, who are growing like crazy, or strangely for Noxium. They have 5 cities, and we have 5 cities. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I'm just a slow grower, I guess. Maybe because my people are unhappy. Maybe they have their people a bit happier. Minerals are still an issue, but not one that is immediate concern. Alright, did you just cross into my lands? No. Okay, you stayed out of them. It seems like the enemies have mostly infantry troops, which is odd, right? There's more there. Okay, choose production where? Thessalonica. You have the Wendo and the pollution, so you're good to go there. This would give us more food, but we don't really need that. More research. That would be useful. But no. Let's go with 8 turns for a cataphract. Oh, that's pretty... That's not that good. But Toxophilites. We could build some of those. Okay. Former here. Let's move here and continue the road building process. Here's our other former. He has completed the road as far as here. Let's get it right up next to Byzantium. Excellent. So now we have a bit more mobility in our lands, so we can use our limited troops to a bit more effective use. Okay. Once again, here, the road. And that's it, I guess. What is this thing here? This is a colonizer. Where exactly are you attempting to colonize, Noxium? Do you want this observatory? That would give them 6 cities. The one thing I wish this game had was a bit more of a zoomed out. I mean, this minimap is nice, but it's very basic. Something where you could zoom out really far. These guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities. So everybody has 5 cities. And Noxium apparently wants a 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Interesting. Look at all the troop movement. My computer could barely handle it. It's hilarious. I don't understand why this game takes up so many of my resources, but it slows down the frame rate like something crazy. Toxophilite. You can go there. What exactly are these troops doing? What do they want? I don't know. Those are Greek fire throwers, Toxophilates. Let's field train those guys. And as a result, let's heal them. Okay. You guys can stay here. Alright, Byzantium. Alright, well, let's do what we need to do. Let's build some strike aircraft. Well, no. Varangian? Cataphracts are only 4 turns. I think it makes more sense to build more of these guys than it would be to only build one of these guys, until our production gets a little better. We still haven't gained this new tile. So let's go 2 cataphracts. Alright. And we have entered the mechanization era.
The future will only have 2 employees, a man and a dog. The man will be there to feed the dog. The dog will be there to keep the man from touching the equipment. Warren G. Bennis.
You know, this is actually a problem that we are facing right now in reality, because this planet that we live on, Earth I'm referring to, not Pandora, is grossly overpopulated, and as a result, there just aren't enough things for people to do. And this problem's only going to get worse as we develop better technology and mechanization, and we're going to have a lot of problems, I think, with mechanization and the large population. So, yeah, I know this is kind of out of place in a little fun miniseries LP of a strategy game, but it's definitely something that I've been keeping an eye on. So, it was mentioned in the comments that perhaps the other nations are being a bit more horizontal with their research and not as vertical as I am. That is, I go pretty much and try to fill up each group. Maybe I should start being a bit more horizontal as well and only go for the stuff that's really important. Heals all units in a territory instead of only self. That's really cool. Another better gun. An assault trooper, so a better unit. A defending bonus. Less pollution, that's really important. A missile launcher. And a flamethrower. It's better than the current one, I suppose. Well, the only 2 that I could possibly get are these 2. So I think it might be useful for me. Can I get Gauss armor? I cannot. I mean, I can, but it will take maneuver estimation first. That's okay. I want that, so we're going to go with that. And we are slowly, but surely, building roads. Okay, this road is fully connected. Good. Good, good, good. So, what can you do, Former? Is there anything new you could build? Not really. We could use more construction here. That would get rid of 1, or that would add 1 to pollution, though, since it would have to cut down the forest to build a construction bay. But you know what? This is brass tacks here, folks. We are not winning this game by any margin, so any little edge that we can get will be a valuable one. Especially when, as you can see, we are surrounded by hostiles. Everywhere. Even our allies are still running around where we are. Okay, Buffett. That's their new city, and for no good reason either. There's nothing worth having here. They avoided the observatory. They're leaving the isogen alone. It's so strange. Why would you want to build a random town with no benefit to you at all? Probably, though, because your population is growing a lot faster than mine, and you have nowhere to put them. That could be it. Okay. So what they did, however, is we don't have open borders, as you'll recall, and they went right in the middle of my road. Those bastards. So we're going to have to figure something else out, because Sardis is left really high and dry here. So I guess we'll create a road from Thessalonica down. Okay, there's that Former. So we're going to build a road here, certainly. Toxophilates is going to just hang out, as are you, now that you're healed up. As you can see, we could rock Noxium. I mean, 2.5, 3.0, and we have 4.1, 4.1, 3.6 for these guys. The Seeker ATVs are not that good, actually. Oh, and we gained a tile. I've been waiting for that. I've really been waiting for that. Alright, Thessalonica. Let's get a mine quickly. That's the only tile we've gained, though. Noxium. Ugh. We're going to have to take them out. I'm just waiting for something, and I don't want to spoil it for those of you who aren't familiar with the game, but for those of you who are, you know exactly what I'm waiting for. We have our Cataphract and another Toxophilite. Okay. We're going to hold our position. We're still doing okay money-wise, which is good. And Byzantium. You know, this might be worth 7 turns, really? Why did Byzantium all of a sudden suck at building? Oh, it's Nicaea. There we go. I'm like, wait a minute. 9 turns for a Cataphract? Well, no matter what, it seems like infantry are relatively inexpensive. Now, I should be careful, though, because the sniper weapon has its uses, but it also kind of sucks in certain ways. It's effectively useless against armored troops, so not really the best choice. But to wait 9 turns for a Cataphract is silly. A Fire Thrower is terrible against mechanical. Toxophilite is not as bad against... So if between these two, this one is the best, but still. Seeker ATV. It has a benefit against mechanical. Hammerhead missile. Can we upgrade the ATV at all? That would make it rather useful. It already has Zordium. Not many aliens to deal with, so how about Assault and Pulse Laser? There we go. So the Pulse Laser is good against everything, whereas the Hammerhead Missile Launcher is better, well, better against mechanical. But it's 25 power versus mechanical, whereas the Pulse Laser is 50 power versus everything. So it's still a better choice. Okay. So Nicaea, we're going to give you a Seeker AT. Well, if you can build it. Yeah, 6 turns, that's fine. Oh, just 1. Alright, we've got our mine coming. And a new Cataphract. Yes, you're going to just kind of hang out. Okay, we have Maneuver Estimation researched. And we have Flak, which hopefully won't be necessary. I'm hoping that the one edge I will have in this is that I will be able to field aircraft while the enemy choose not to. I've heard that sometimes is the case, and that will give me a little bit of an edge, since many of these units aren't necessarily designed to fight against aircraft. Alright, you are going to build another road. You're just road builder. That's what you do. Oh, another group of Toxophilite. We have a pretty strong base here at Thessalonica. Okay. They're pretty happy, so let's get the money up here. Okay. 1 happiness I think is good. So, can we do anything interesting? More minerals from miners, absolutely. That's exactly what I want. This is my mining center, so that's very useful. And you're just going to... Well, let's move there. That's good. And you finished building your mechanized area. Okay, good. So the only place we haven't built anything is over here. Let's, I guess, go and utilize that. There's no reason not to. We're still losing minerals due to production, and we're gaining from buildings and miners. Alright. I'm expecting something to happen, and it isn't happening, and it's really kind of weirding me out. Sardis has grown. Nicaea has grown. But Byzantium, no grow. Adrianople, we're not doing anything with at this time. Sardis hasn't actually gained any tiles. We have a mine, a farm, a mine, which apparently Noxium is sitting on top of, as well as us. Or not Noxium, I'm sorry, the Togra University. I kind of want morale to be high here because it'll make production better, and we're making pretty decent money. But if we got a drone excavation center, well, I wonder if it probably would not help with the gold. Just the material, okay. We have no pollution to speak of. We have plenty of habitat, so this stuff is unnecessary. This city Sardis really is not good at much of anything at this point. But it is giving us gold, so that's our only reason for keeping it, really. I don't know. I think something defensive would be useful. Training facility, but we're not going to build troops here, at least not in the near term. The stock exchange gives you more money, but doesn't necessarily benefit the gold, because it gives you money based on your number of citizens, not necessarily what tiles you have. I guess we could always use research. Well, just let me check. Yeah, because every city has scientists. This city has 1 scientist, and it gives you +2 research. So yeah, I mean, considering this city can't really produce anything in any decent amount of time, it's good enough, I suppose. And it looks like we've run out of time, so I will see you again at the next episode where hopefully, maybe, something that should be happening will happen, and will change the face of Pandora forever. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Marcus Aurelius. Have a good one.